Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1972 final week is on the air. Today's date is October 2nd, 72. We are at Tiger Stadium for a huge game between the Boston Red Sox and the Detroit Tigers. Let's take a look at the thing stands. The National League is set. The NLDS will feature the Houston Astros versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Chicago Cubs will take on the Cincinnati Reds in the National League. There will not be any wild card games in that league. The American League is not done yet. We got 3 days left to see what will happen. Although, depending what happens tonight, we may get our 5 teams. The Oakland Athletics are the number 1 overall seed, and not just in the National League, but home field throughout. The Kansas City Royals right now are tied with Baltimore, but the Orioles for the 3 seed, but Baltimore does have the better board record. So all the Orioles have to do is tie with Kansas City, and the Orioles will be the 3 seed, and they will automatically go into the division series against the Boston Red Sox. The Boston Red Sox come into this game a record of 84-68. They have clinched the American League East, so they will definitely be hosting the first round of the NLDS. The New York Yankees are 1 game back of Baltimore. This is not decided yet. The Yankees can still switch here between these two. What's at stake for the Detroit Tigers? Tigers, very simple. They are 1.5 games back of the Yankees. A loss here and a Yankee win, the Tigers are out. A Yankee loss and a Detroit win, the Detroit Tigers get to a half game back of the Yankees. If both teams lose, they stay where they're at. If both teams win, they stay on their at. And we may possibly be redoing the Red Sox and the Tigers again tomorrow. My question is, guys, would you rather have me roll the Yankees take on the Milwaukee Brewers in the ticker? Would you rather have me roll for that now to see where the Tigers are, or would we wait until after the game? Does anybody have any preference on that? Do we want to know where the Tigers set before we play or after? It all depends on what the Yankees do as they're playing the Milwaukee Brewers the last 3 games of their season. Brian Patterson says he likes the suspense. Very well. We will wait until after the game is over. Speaking of that, Jeremy Brooks, Phoenix Knight, David Vega, Frank Rosenk, Doug Sessoms, Brian Patterson join us here at Tigers Stadium. The Tigers historically won this game. The Tigers 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors. The Red Sox 1 run, 6 hits, and 1 error. So tonight the Tigers pretty much win. If they lose and the Yankees win, the Tigers are out. But what will happen tonight as we get closer? Only 3 days left in the 1972 season. There will be 1 wild card game on Friday, no games no games Thursday or Saturday, which means the division series games will start Sunday morning. That is pretty much a guarantee, unless, of course, life gets in the way. But let's hope life doesn't get in the way. So, without further ado, a big game here at Tiger Stadium. There is not an empty seat. Tiger fans know what's at stake. Let's get right to it. Starting pitcher for the Detroit Tigers tonight is Mickey Lolich. He was the ace of the team. 22 wins, 14 losses, a 2.50 ERA. 250 strikeouts and 69 walks in 72. We are at Tiger Stadium. It's a hitter's park. 135 home runs were hit there in 72, but no adjustments to anything. Everybody is set and ready to go. Only 3 days left in the regular season. Can the Red Sox play spoiler tonight, or will the Tigers live another day? Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Red Sox will be the center fielder, Tommy Harper. A 254 average, 14 homers, and 49 RBIs in 72. We're going to use blue, white, and white dice. Tigers are the home team. A big game tonight. We could very well be doing these 2 teams again tomorrow night, depending on what happens. Everything is set for a big one. I'm sure Chuck Rawlins will join us shortly enough. Let's see what Inside Pitch has to say. And let's go to the first pitch. Lolich, 6-6, strikeout 10, and cold strike 3 on Harper. He got him. First strikeout for Lolich and 1 down. And the next batter will be the shortstop, Luis Aparicio, Hall of Famer. Absolutely. 257 average, 3 homers, and 39 RBIs in 72. Lolich, 2-3, strikeout, 14 is high. Aparicio, 6-6. That's a fly ball hit to center field. And that's going to be Mickey Stanley getting to that. And that is out number 2. And the next up will be the first baseman, Captain Carl Yastrzemski, Hall of Famer. 264 average, 12 homers, 68 RBIs, and one of the greatest Red Sox of all time. Yaz will go ahead and bat against Lolich. Jimmy Jam joins us here at Tigers Stadium. Lolich, 2-1. That's a possible error. Yaz, 2-3. That's a ground ball to second base. That ball is hit to Tony Taylor. His ever rating is a 10. That's a 5. He's going to juggle it. He's going to drop it. And Yaz is going to be safe. That's going to be an E4 on Tony Taylor. And that'll be the first error for the Tigers in the game. They did not have an error in the game historically. So Yaz is safe at first on a bobbled up ball. And now we will see the right fielder, Reggie Smith. I kind of think Reggie Smith is a very underrated player. 270 average, 21 homers, 74 RBIs in 72 for the Bo Sox. Yaz had 5 stolen bases, and he'll stay there. Lolich, 1-4. That is a blank. Smith, 1-6. Base hit, center field. Yastrzemski, base runner 4 with 2 outs. Single to center, -2. A 1-2. Yaz will get to third. It's a 6. There's going to be a throw coming in. Center fielder is Mickey Stanley. He has a -1 arm. So a 1-4, there's going to be a play. It is a 1. Here comes the throw to third. A 2-5. Yaz is out. And it's a 6. Yaz is going to be safe at third. Reggie Smith trying to go for second. He's caught up in the rundown. A 1. The only way Reggie Smith is safe is on a 6. And Reggie Smith slides under the tag, and he is safe. Wow. They could not get the out. Yaz gets the third. Reggie Smith tries to take second base. And he gets under the tag as Yaz will get to third, and that keeps the inning alive. Could not get Reggie Smith. Now the batter is the third baseman, Rico Petrocelli. 240 average, 15 homers, 75 RBIs. Lolich cannot believe they couldn't get an out there. As Vita Productions and Clee baseball fans join us here at Tigers Stadium. If the Red Sox score a run here, that's going to be kind of devastating. Lolich will pitch to Petrocelli, though. Strategy roll, nothing on the 16. Lolich will pitch. 1-3, strikeout 13. That is too high. Petrocelli, 3-6, and it's a ground ball to short. The Tigers will get out of it. That'll be picked up by Ed Brinkman, and he will throw to first and get the out to retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and all that excitement, but the Red Sox do not get anything out of it. This game is meaningless to Boston, but it's not meaningless to the Tigers. We will go to the bottom of the first. Yeah, you're welcome, V-Dub. Starting pitcher for the Boston Red Sox today is John Curtis. I don't know. I think it's the first time we've seen him, and I don't know much about him. 11 wins, 8 losses, a 3.73 ERA, 106 strikeouts and 44 walks in 72. So I don't know much about Curtis, but he is the starting pitcher for the Bo Sox in this game. Leading off for the Tigers, second baseman Tony Taylor, a 3.03 average, a homer, and 20 RBIs. There are a few call-ups in the lineup, but the Tigers will be bringing in replacements if necessary starting the 7th inning. But the starters must play for the first 6. unless, of course, due to injury. Curtis, 3-6. That is a blank. Taylor, 2-5. That's a line out right to the shortstop. Aparicio is right there for out number 1. Next up is the right fielder, Mr. Tiger himself, Al Kaline. Hall of Famer? Yeah. One of the greatest of all time? Absolutely. 313 average, 10 homers, 32 RBIs in 72. Curtis will go ahead and pitch. Curtis, 5-1, error on a throw. Kaline, 3-1. That's a ground ball hit to third base. That ball is hit to Rico Petrocelli. His error rating is a 6. That's a 4, and that ball is thrown wide. Yaz's range is a 5. He'll prevent the ball from getting past him, but that's going to be an error. So Kaline is safe on an E5 as the Red Sox make an error in this game. They did have an error historically. And Kaline is safe on a bad throw by Petrocelli, but Yaz kept it from going past him. And so the Tigers still have a man on. Double play depth. Next batter for the Tigers will be the catcher, Duke Sims. Sims started the season with the Los Angeles Dodgers. He is on the Tigers now. 241 average, 6 homers, 30 RBIs. Kaline had 1 stolen base, and that's a 20. Curtis fires to first, and Kaline will get back. And now Curtis will pitch. Curtis, 6-2, strikeout 9, swing and a miss, struck him out. First strikeout for Curtis, and that is out number 2. Next batter will be the first baseman, Frank Howard. Howard started the season with the Texas Rangers. He is now on the Tigers. 244 average, 10 homers, 38 RBIs. With 320 at-bats, if the Tigers make the postseason, Howard should make the roster. Kaline on at first. Strategy roll, nothing on the 9. Kaline will stay put. Curtis, 5-6, range play. Howard, 4-5. That's a ground ball hit to third base, and that ball is hit to Rico Petrocelli. His range is a 3. Nope, that's going to get past him, and that is going to be a base hit. Kaline does not have the speed. Even with 2 outs, he will have to hold at third. But Howard keeps the inning going, as Petrocelli couldn't make the play. And now the batter is the left fielder, Willie Horton, a 231 average, 11 homers, 36 RBIs. As Chuck Rawlings joins us here at Tigers Stadium, Earl Weaver threw 4 cartons of cigarettes on the field after the 7-3 Orioles blew 4-0 lead. Yeah, I would think he would throw 4 cartons of cigarettes on the field. Strategy roll. That is a 2, nothing happening. Curtis will pitch to Horton. Curtis, 2-2, strikeout 15, that's high. Horton, 4-4, and that's a fly ball to left field. And Dewey Evans is going to get to it, and he will make the play and retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit, no runs, 1 hit, and 1 error. As the Tigers had something going on, but could not do anything with it. No score after 1. Very simple for the Tigers. The Tigers win and the Yankees lose. The Tigers gain a half game on them. If the Tigers lose and the Yankees win, the Tigers are out. If both teams win, we'll probably play these 2 teams again tomorrow. If both teams, so pretty much if the Tigers are knocked out, I'll have to choose a game for tomorrow. But if the Tigers are still in it, we will play the Red Sox and the Tigers again tomorrow's game. Let's go to the top of the second. And leading off for the Bo Sox will be the catcher, Pudge himself, Carlton Fisk, Hall of Famer. Yes, one of the greatest catchers of all time. Yes, 293 average, 22 homers, 61 RBIs in 72. Lolich will pitch. Lolich, 1-5, strikeout 9, swing and a miss, struck him out. Second strikeout for Lolich. And now we'll see the left fielder, a young Dewey Dwight Evans, 263 average, a homer, 6 RBIs. He played in a lot of games for the Red Sox late in 72. But he will not, with only 57 at-bats, I doubt he makes the postseason roster. I do not know yet. He might. Lolich, 5-3, strikeout 8, swing and a miss, struck him out. Third strikeout for Lolich. This is definitely a must-win game for the Tigers. You don't want to put your season in the hands of 10-minute ticker. Here comes the second baseman, Doug Griffin, a 260 average, 2 homers, and 35 RBIs. John Haverly joins us here at Tigers Stadium. Lolich with the pitch. 3-6 blank. Griffin, 3-6. That's a ground out to second base. Tony Taylor will go ahead and get to it. Takes his time, tosses it over, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. Nice job by Lolich. Bottom of the second coming up. Leading off for the Tigers will be the third baseman, Aurelio Rodriguez. 236 average, 13 homers, 56 RBIs in 72. Curtis will pitch. Curtis, 2-6, walk 10. That is high. Rodriguez, 3-3 against the lefty. It's a ground ball to third. That'll be handled by Petroselli, and he'll toss it over for the out. Next up is the center fielder, Mickey Stanley, a 234 average, 14 homers, and 55 RBIs in 72. Curtis, 3-6, that is a blank. He's not tired. Stanley, 2-4, and that's a ground out to short. Aparicio will take his time and toss it over for the second out. And here's now the shortstop, Ed Brinkman, a 203 average, 6 homers, 49 RBIs in 72. Curtis, 5-1, error on a throw. Brinkman, 5-6, that's a power hit to center field. That's a 2 against the lefty. It'll be a base hit. There won't be a throwing error as there's nobody else on base. So Brinkman keeps the inning alive. But it does bring up the pitcher, Mickey Lolich, who only had an 0.67 average that year. Doug Hunt joins us here at Tigers Stadium. Brinkman on it first, and nothing on the 16. Curtis will pitch to Lolich. Curtis, 1-5, strikeout 20. That is a swing. That is a miss, and that is a steer right out, and the inning is over. No runs and a hit for the Cats. No score after 2. Must-win game for Detroit. But if they lose, they have to hope that the Yankees do not beat the Brewers in 10-minute ticker. We go to the top of the third, and leading off for the Bo Sox will be the pitcher, John Curtis, an 0.94 average and an RBI in 72. Red Sox have clinched the division. They don't know yet who they are playing in the division series. The Oakland Athletics have clinched home field throughout. They don't know as well. We already know that Houston is at Pittsburgh, and the Cubs are at the Reds in the National League. So there will be no wild card series in that league. Lolich, 1-1, strikeout 18, swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the 4th K for Lolich. He had 250 of them in 72, so he's very capable of getting strikeouts. Next up is Harper. Harper is 0-for-1. The Red Sox would like to put the Tigers out of their misery. Lolich, 4-6, strikeout 3, swing and a miss, struck him out. That is strikeout number 5 for Lolich. And now Aparicio, and he's 0-for-1. Lolich, 2-4, walk 2, ball 4. He will walk Aparicio. And Aparicio didn't walk much, but he will draw the free pass. It will now bring up Yaz. Yaz reached on an error his first time up. There are 2 outs. Anything for Aparicio? No, he will stay where he is. My name is Mud joins us here at Tigers Stadium. Lolich will go ahead and pitch to Yaz. Lolich, 5-6, home run chance, lefty, 1-16. The 16 just cleared against the left-handed pitcher. Yaz needs an 8. Does he put the Red Sox ahead? Yeah, pretty hard into left field stands, and that's going to be at least about 20 rolls up. That ball is high, that ball is deep, and that ball is gone. Kaboom! Call Yastrzemski! That's going to be a 2-run bomb for Captain Carl. And the Red Sox will take a 2-0 lead here in Tiger Stadium. Stadium groans. As Captain Carl goes deep. He only had 12 home runs in 72, but that one gets there. And it is 2-0 in favor of the BOS Sox. As Lolich pitched him a meatball, and Yaz turned that into lasagna. And here comes Smith. Smith got a double his first time up. Still 2 outs at the top of the third. If the Tigers lose and the Yankees lose, the Tigers are still alive. But are you really? If you're the Tigers, you got to really win this game. Lolich, 1-1, strikeout 17, that is high. Smith, 2-2, and that's grounded to third. That'll be handled by Aurelio Rodriguez, and that will retire the side. 2 runs, 1 hit and a walk, a 2-run bomb by Yaz, and it's 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the third. Those 365-foot power alleys, yeah, I know that. As Al Red Sox fan, King of the Hill, joins us here at Tiger Stadium. I really don't know what I can say about his channel, only that I think it's the best thing. I think it's the best thing on YouTube. Bottom of the third, and leading off for the Tigers will be Tony Taylor. He is 0 for 1. And Curtis will go ahead and pitch to Taylor. 2-0 Red Sox. Tigers got to win, and then hope ticker goes their way. Curtis will pitch. Curtis, 6-1. That is a blank. Taylor, 2-5. That's a line out right to the shortstop, and Aparicio is right there. That's the second time Taylor is lined out to short. And now the batter is K-Line. He reached on an error his first time up. Vividly 61 Tigers were rigged too. Curtis, 3-6. That is a blank. He's not tired. K-Line, 4-5. That's fly to left. And that's going to be Dewey Evans coming to there. And he'll make the play for out number 2. And now the batter is Sims. Sims is 0 for 1. Sports Time Machine. Utah Mike joins us here at Tigers Stadium. Curtis will go ahead and pitch. Curtis, 6-5. That's at the park. Tiger Stadium, 5-2. And that is a ground ball hit to third base. Petrocelli will go ahead and get it. And he will take his time and throw to first. And that is a 1-2-3 inning. 2-0 BOS Sox after 3. We go to the top of the fourth. The Red Sox have already clinched the American League East. They really have nothing to play for. The Tigers need a win and a Yankee loss to get within a half game of the Yankees. If the Tigers win and the Yankees win, we'll have the Red Sox and the Tigers again tomorrow night because both teams will still be in it. But if the Tigers lose and the Yankees win, the Tigers are out. Leading off for the Tigers will be Frank Howard, and he got a base hit his first time up. Yep, there will not be a wild card series in the National League. It goes straight to the division series. Nobody made the wild card round. It will be Houston against Pittsburgh and the Cubs against the Reds in the best of 5 division series. We will have one wild card game and that in the American League, and that will be Friday. We don't know yet who it is. Lolich, 6-4 against the righty. Walk 14. Wow, just missed. Howard, a 5-5, and that's popped out to second base. And Doug Griffin's going to call for that and make the play for out number 1. Next batter is Horton. Horton is 0 for 1. I got Curtis right there, right? Who's batting? What am I doing? Timeout. What am I doing? What am I doing? Top of the 4th? What did I do here? Did I just screw up? I just screwed up. Somebody here doesn't know what he's doing, and I think it's me. We're in the top of the 4th inning, right? Top of the 4th. It's supposed to be Rico Petrocelli. You guys are messing me up. Petrocelli, let's do that again. Let's drop the dice while we're at it. Rico Petrocelli leads off for the Red Sox because somebody here is not paying attention. I think it's me. Petrocelli is 0 for 1. Top of the 4th inning, 2-0 Red Sox. Let's do this again. Lolich, 2-5. That's a pitcher result. The 18 is too high. Petrocelli, 2-3. That's a base hit. He'll hit that one into left field. And Petrocelli says, yeah, thanks for letting me hit, man. And he will go to first. We'll lead off batter on for the Red Sox. Daylight savings. Yeah, daylight savings time definitely did it here. Since you started using the winning record rule, have you ever not had a 4 seed? No, I've never not had a 4 seed. I've had at least four. This is the first time ever I will not have a wild card round in one league. Here comes Fisk. Fisk is 0 for 1. Infield a double play depth. But hey, that's what happens. You want to make the postseason? Have a winning record. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 8. Petrocelli will stay put. Lolich. 1-4. Blank. Pudge. 5-6. That's a fly to left. And Willie Horton will not hear a who. He will make the catch. Next up is Dewey. Dewey is 0 for 1. Petrocelli on at first, and he'll stay at first. Lolich, 4-4. Error on a grounder. Evans, 3-4. That's a power hit to center field. That's a 15 against the lefty. Well, against any pitcher. That's going to be too high. That's going to be a fly ball to center field. Obviously, it's not going to be a grounder. So that's going to be caught by Mickey Stanley, and that's going to be out number 2. And now the batter is Griffin. Griffin is 0 for 1. Sorry for asking a lot of questions about tiebreakers, technicalities. I'm still preparing, so I'm trying to get ideas. Did I say it? Did I say anything, Mr. Phoenix Knight? You go right ahead and ask your questions. The only thing I really can't answer right now is gameplay, because in my play regular seasons, I want to just get through the game as easy as possible. When I do a demo game, that is the day to ask me anything you want. And I don't care how long that video takes. That's usually, my demo games are usually a 2-hour video at the very least. Petrocelli on at first. Griffin, the batter, is 0 for 1. And Petrocelli, he'll stay where he is. Lolich, 5-5. That's a blank. He's not tired. Griffin, 1-2. And that's a fly out to center field. And again, Mickey Stanley will get to it and make the catch and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Red Sox. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. Must-win game for the Tigers. Their backs are to the wall. Need to win and then maybe hope 10-minute ticker helps them out. Now the batter will be leading off for the Tigers will be Frank Howard. He got a base hit his first time up. And now Curtis will pitch to Howard. Curtis, 2-5, strikeout 9. That just missed. Howard, a 1-3, and that's grounded to short, handled easily by Aparicio, and he will throw to first. Here's Horton. Horton is 0 for 1. Curtis with the pitch. 1-5, strikeout 20 is way high. Horton, a 4-5, and against the lefty, it's a base hit. He'll hit that one past first. And the Tigers will get a 1-out base runner. But they got to get runs in. Here comes Rodriguez. Rodriguez is 0 for 1. Infield is at double play. Strategy roll. Horton is not going anywhere. He had no stolen bases, but Curtis is holding him on anyway. Curtis with the pitch. Curtis, 6-6. Hit by pitch. Not with that 20. Rodriguez, 3-6. It's a grounder right back to Curtis. 2-1. 2-1-1. Rodriguez a righty, so second base is pivot, and that is Griffin, and he has a pivot rating of 0. The only way they're going to turn a double play is on a 1. Nope. Horton will be thrown out at second base by Curtis, and Rodriguez will make first, and that will be out number 2 on the fielder's choice. Two down now for Stanley. Stanley is 0 for 1. Rodriguez will go ahead. What's on second? I think I don't know is on third. Curtis will go ahead and pitch with strategy roll first. Nothing on the 5. Rodriguez will stay where he is. Curtis, 4-5, walk. That's a 4, and that is a base on ball. So now the Tigers have runners at first and second. They got to get a run here. And right now it's up to Brinkman. Brinkman got a base hit his first time up. Still 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. Red Sox have a 2-0 lead. Anything on Strat? The 3 says no. Curtis will go ahead, and he will pitch to Brinkman. Curtis, 2-3. Possible error. Brinkman, 4-3. That's a ground ball to second base. That ball is hit to Doug Griffin. His error rating is a 7. That's a 7. It's going to handcuff him. He's going to drop it, and everyone is safe. Doug Griffin does not handle the ball cleanly. And that is going to be an E4. That'll be the second error on the Red Sox. That's the good news. The bad news is it's the pitcher up, and that's Lolich, and he will bat. He is 0 for 1. Bases loaded. I understand. I know how this works. I know this game means something, but I'm still playing it like it's 72. Bases are loaded. Lolich will bat against Curtis here. Tigers got to get some runs. Curtis will go ahead and pitch. Strategy roll first. Nothing on the 13. Remember, you can always have a range play or something like that. Curtis will deal. Curtis, 6-1. That is a blank. Lolich, can he come through? 3-6. Nope, he just hops it right back to Curtis. Curtis will take care of it, toss it over, and end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, a walk, and an error as the Tigers strand the bases loaded. And after 4, it's still 2-0 Bo Sox. Stadium groans. Top of the 5th, and leading off for the Red Sox will be John Curtis. He's 0 for 1. Lolich will go ahead and pitch. Lolich, 3-2. Against the lefty, it's a blank. Curtis, 6-5. That's a base hit right up the middle. Curtis sends that right past Lolich up the middle and into the outfield. Curtis has himself a single. Curtis says, DH? I don't need no stinking DH. That'll bring up Harper. Infield at double play depth now. Harper, though, is 0 for 2. Strategy roll. That's a 1, but Curtis isn't going anywhere. Lolich will go ahead and pitch to Harper. Tigers at double play depth. Lolich with the pitch. 6-1. Range play. Harper. 6-5. That's a fly ball to center field. And going after that is Mickey Stanley. He was good. His range is a 4. He'll make the catch. It's out number 1. Curtis will head back. Nice play there by Mickey Stanley in center to take a possible hit away from Harper. Here comes Aparicio. He walked his last time up. He's 0 for 1. And nothing on the 7. Curtis stays where he is. 2-0 Red Sox. Tigers got to win, and they hope the Yankees can lose a game here. Lolich will pitch. 1-2. Error on a throw. Aparicio. 1-6. That is a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Aurelio Rodriguez. His error rating is a 6. That's a 12. Now he will not make an error. We got to see what kind of play this is going to be. 1, 2, 3. Second base pivot. Taylor is a 10. So first we got to see what it is. A 1, 2, 3. It's a possible double play. No. So the throw only. So it's a 4. So Curtis is thrown out at second. There will not be a relay. As only one play is only played. The throw goes to second, and there will not be a replay for the double play. So it will be instead a fielder's choice. No error on a throw. Since it was not an error made by Rodriguez, there will not be a pivot, so there will not be a throwing error on a way to first because the double play would not have happened according to that. So they get the fielder's choice, and that is it. And that is 2 outs. Batter is Yaz. Yastrzemski hit a bomb his last time up. He is 1 for 2, a home run, and reached on an error. 2 outs here. Lolich, strategy roll first. Nothing happening on the 10. Lolich, 5-6. Home run chance. Lefty. 1-16. The 2 is good. Against the lefty, Yaz needs an 8. Yastrzemski already hit 1 out. Does he go for 2? No, not this time. 4-5. And instead, he grounds it to short. And that'll be picked up there by Brinkman. The throw will go to second again at Aparicio. And the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit. And that will do it there. Oh, boy, Yaz not happy. He knew he could have hit another one out. But this time he got over the ball. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Top of the order for the Big D here is Tony Taylor. And he's 0 for 2. He's lined out to short twice. 2-0 Red Sox. Curtis, 6-3. Pitcher result, the 10. Yep, that's going to be a base hit up the middle. A 1-16 is a single past the pitcher. That's a 10, and Taylor will get the lead. Will be the leadoff man on. So a leadoff single for the Tigers. Here comes K-Line. K-Line is 0 for 2, but reached on an error. Infield at double play. Taylor had 5 stolen bases, and he will not go anywhere here. Curtis will go ahead and pitch to K-Line. Curtis, 2-1 against the righty. Walk. The 14 just missed. K-Line, 1-2, and against the lefty, base hit right past second base. Taylor will be fast enough. He'll make third. K-Line goes to first. The Tigers are in business. Now runners at the corners with nobody out. The next batter is Sims. Sims is 0 for 2. Red Sox are going to play double play depth and trade the run for 2 outs if possible. Sims will bat against Curtis. The Tigers a very good chance here to maybe get some runs. Strategy. Nothing on the 10. Nobody moves. Curtis will pitch. Curtis. 2-4. Wild pitch. Yes, it's over the head of the catcher. Fisk. Taylor will come in to score. It's 2-1. K-Line goes to second, and the Tigers are on the board. Wild pitch by Curtis. K-Line moves into scoring position, and now 2-1. And that is a 20. Curtis turns around, fires to second, but K-Line will get back. And now Curtis will pitch to Sims. Now a 2-1 ball game. Now the infield is back, and Curtis will pitch. Curtis, 4-1. That's at the park. Tiger Stadium, 6-6. It's a base hit. It's a single plus double to left field. That will tie the game. The runners automatically get 2 bases. K-Line will come around. He will score. Sims, though, has to try for second. Base runner 1. Hit the left field is Evans. He has a -2 arm. Sims will not go. It's an RBI single. We're tied at 2. Stadium cheers. Yay! So 3 straight base hits, and the Tigers have tied this game. And now the batter is Howard. Howard is 1 for 2. Infield a double play. Tigers need this game more than the Red Sox do. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 17. Curtis will now pitch to Howard. Curtis. 3-3. Walk. 10. Ball 4. And the Tigers get more runs on base. So 3 straight base hits and a walk. And now here comes Horton. Horton is 1 for 2. A chance here for the Tigers to get more. Strategy roll. That's a 20. Curtis turns around, fires to second, and Sims will get back. Nobody out, bottom of the 5th. This is a big chance for the Tigers. Big chance for the Tigers. Curtis will pitch. Curtis, 2-6, walk, 15. That is high. Horton, 3-5, and that is a ground ball to third. And that ball is hit right at the third baseman. A choice of only a third. They're going to try a second to first double play. 3-3-4. Second base pivot. is Griffin. He has a 0, a 1-4. It's a double play. They got it. 2 outs. But Sims will move to third. So a double play hit into by Horton. But the go-ahead run does move over. It will now be Rodriguez coming up. Rodriguez is 0 for 2. Wrong team on first base. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you got Duke Sims. Duke Sims was with the Los Angeles Dodgers there, Doug. That's why, but he is on the Tigers now. Curtis will go ahead and pitch to Rodriguez. Strategy roll, nothing on the 12. Curtis will go ahead and deal. Curtis, 4-5, walk, 20, that is high. Rodriguez, 1-5, and that's a ground ball to second base. And Doug Griffin's going to go ahead and get that. He will make the catch, or actually make the play, and toss it over and retire the side. 2 runs, 3 hits, a wild pitch, and a walk. This game is tied at 5. We go to the top of the 6th. We're actually not tied at 5. They're tied at 2 after the 5th inning. Dang, I got to tell you, that time change has really messed me up. Reggie Smith will lead off for the Bo Sox. He is 1 for 2 with a double. Lolich got plenty still in the tank. But now as we approach the later innings, the Tigers may need to get some offense out there if necessary. Lolich is due to bat third in the 6th. Lolich will pitch. Lolich, 4-4, error on a grounder. Smith, 3-6. That is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Rodriguez. His error rating is a 6. That's a 16. He'll make the play and throw it over for the out. Rodriguez has already made 1 error in this game today. But he will not make an error there. Next batter is Petrocelli. Petrocelli is 1 for 2. Yep, I'm still on standard time. Lolich with the pitch. Lolich, 3-3, blank. Petrocelli, 5-2, ground out to short. That'll be handled by Brinkman. He's got it and throws it over for the out. And now Pudge. Pudge is 0 for 2. Lolich, he'll go ahead and deal. Lolich, 1-6. That is a range play. Fisk, 6-6. Ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Ed Brinkman. His range is a 3. Nope, that's going to be past him. It'll be a base hit for Pudge. So Fisk gets his first hit of the game. It'll be a single. The batter now is Evans. Dewey is 0 for 2. Strategy roll with Fisk. He will stay where he is. Lolich will go ahead and make the deal. Lolich, 5-6. That is a home run chance. Righty, 1-8. The 14 is too high. Evans, 2-4, and that's a ground out to second base. Tony Taylor will go ahead and get that. He will toss it over to first to get the out and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Red Sox. It stays tied at 2 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. I don't think it'll ever go away. I know the government's been thinking about changing it, going every year. Every year they say they're going to get rid of it, get rid of it, get rid of it. I don't think it's ever going to go away. There's just something about standard time during winter that just seems to fit. I don't know what it is. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Leading off for the Big D will be Mickey Stanley. He is 0 for 1 with a walk. Tied at 2, bottom of the 6th. Steeler fan joins us here at Tigers Stadium. Good to see Matt. Tied at 2 here, bottom of the 6th inning. Pretty much a must-win for the Tigers. Red Sox, the game is meaningless. Curtis, 3-2, strikeout 6. Got him, struck him out. And that is going to be strikeout number 3 for Curtis, as he will get Stanley on that. Now the batter is Brinkman. Brinkman is 1 for 2, but reached twice. Reached on an error as well. Curtis with the pitch. Curtis, 3-3, walk, and that's ball 4. He does walk Brinkman. He walks Brinkman, now a runner at first base. And now the batter is Lolich. Now I think I probably take him out here because you got to have the offense. Although Lolich could bunt, but I think that's a waste. You're the Tigers. You absolutely, really have to have this game tonight. And I think that's going to be it for Lolich. I think I'll let Chuck Rawlings make the decision. Chuck, what do you want me to do here? I think you take him out here and you go to the bench. But if you leave him in there, you probably bunt. So what do you think there, Chuck? I'll let you make the call on him. He still has plenty left in the tank. Well, let's see. He can pitch to... He's still got about 6 or 7 batters. What do you think there, Chuck Rawlings? I'll let you make the call. This is your team. If you want to make the call here. What do you do? Do you let him bat? You keep him in, or do you go to the bench? If you can't, if you're not there or you can't make a decision, that's okay. I'll make it for you. Pinch hit. That'll be it for Mickey Lolich, as Chuck Rawlings says he will come out of the game. The Tigers will go to the bench, and they are going to go ahead and coming on to pinch hit for the Tigers. Is going to be Bill Freehan. I usually don't bring in the other catcher that early, but the Tigers need to give this game, and he hits better against lefties. Coming on to pitch hit for the Tigers will be Bill Freehan. 262 average, 10 homers, 56 RBIs. He hits lefties better. Runner on first base. Tigers need to win, 1 out. Infield is at double play. So Freehan will go up against Curtis. Fans here at Tigers Stadium hoping for a hit. Strategy. Nothing on the 17. Brinkman stays where he is. Curtis will pitch. Curtis, 5-4, strikeout 5. Called strike 3 on Freehan. He got him. Strikeout number 4. Freehan against lefties is a 5. No adjustment. That is a 5. Freehan strikes out. Yeesh. Wow, that's a big out right there. 2 down. He gets Freehan. Now the batter is Taylor, and he will bat. Taylor is 1 for 3 with a single. Brinkman still on at first. Curtis struck him out. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 17. Brinkman will stay at first. Curtis will go ahead, and he will pitch. Curtis, 1-4, strikeout. 15 is high. Taylor, 4-4, and it's a ground ball to short. Aparicio will go ahead and take it. He will go the short way to get Brinkman at second, and the inning is over. Nothing across except a walk. We stay tied at 2 after 6. We go to the top of the 7th. Leading off for the Red Sox will be Doug Griffin. He will bat, and he is 0 for 2. Tigers do need a pitcher, and we got right, lefty, and a righty coming up. So let's see who the Tigers are going to come on here, and it is going to be... Coming on to pitch for the Tigers is going to be Chris Zachary. 1 win, 1 loss, a save, a 1.41 ERA. Zachary will be the second Tiger pitcher as Lolich leaves with a no decision. Doug Griffin will bat against him. Top of the 7th, tied at 2. Zachary will pitch. McAuliffe. I think Freehan was the better choice because McAuliffe doesn't hit well. It did not. I just felt McAuliffe wasn't the real choice here. I didn't think, but then again, he struck him out. Zachary with the pitch. 2-4, that's at the park. Tigers Stadium, 5-5. That's grounded to second base. Taylor will go ahead and get that, and he will throw it over for the out for out number 1. John Curtis is the next batter, and he can pitch to 1 more batter before he tires. That's going to be it for Curtis. The Red Sox are going to go to the pen. They will go to the bench instead. As Steeler fans still living in the past. And let's see, coming to bat now for the Red Sox. Pinch hitting for the Red Sox will be a young Ben Oglivie, a 241 average, 8 homers, and 30 RBIs. Oglivie will pinch hit for Curtis. Zachary will go ahead and will pitch to him. 1 out, top of the 7th. Zachary with the pitch. A Steeler fan, as I said, still living in the past. Zachary, 2-4. That's at the park. Tiger Stadium, 6-1, base hit. He'll hit that one into center field. Oglivie gets a single off the bench. And now the batter is Harper. Harper is 0 for 3. Infield is at double play. Anything strategy? That is a 1. And Oglivie actually gets the steal sign. 10 plus 1 is 11. Sims plus 2 is a 13. Harper can actually hit pretty well. I'm going to not send him. He only had 1 stolen base. I'm going to say this is not the game he gets it. Zachary will go ahead and he will pitch. Zachary, 4-6, hit by pitch, 10, plunk, ouch. He will hit Harper, and now a big run is at second base. And that is the first hit batter of the game. And now it'll be Aparicio. Aparicio is 0 for 2 with a walk. As Zachary hits Harper, and a big chance here for the Red Sox to try to take the lead. Oglivie on it second, Harper on it first. Strategy, nothing on the 3. Oglivie will stay where he is. Zachary will go ahead and pitch. Zachary, 2-3, that's an out. And it's a fly ball to center field. Getting to that is going to be Stanley. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Oglivie, base runner 3, hit to center -2. And Stanley has a -1 arm, so that makes Oglivie a 0. He won't go anywhere. He will stay at second base. But now here comes Captain Carl. And somebody give Steeler fan the block dragon. Carl is 1 for 3, a bomb, and reached on an error. He could have had 2 home runs. He just missed one before. And Zachary had issues with left-handed batters against giving up homers. So we'll see what happens here. 2 men down, tied at 2, top of the 7th. Strategy. That is a 1, and nothing will happen. Oglivie will stay where he is. Zachary will pitch to Yaz. Fans here at Tiger Stadium hoping for a good pitch. Zachary will pitch. 4-1, walk, 9, ball 4, the bases are loaded. So Zachary comes in now and walks, the bases loaded. And now the batter is Reggie Smith, and he's 1 for 3 with a double. That gives me the block dragon. Bases are loaded here for Reggie Smith. Reggie Smith got a double in the game. He's 1 for 3. Zachary will pitch to him. Fans here hoping for a good pitch. Big runs on base here for the Red Sox. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 12. Zachary will now deal with Smith. Fans here hoping for a good pitch. Zachary winds up and he will deal. 4-1. That's a walk. 11. No, it just missed. Smith will swing. 3-4. And it's a fly ball to left field. And getting under that will be Willie Horton. He will make the catch. And the Tigers get out of it. No runs, a hit, a walk, and a hit batter. But the Red Sox are unable to get the runs in. We stay tied at 2. And we are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we still have 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Most of the games in the ticker are actually meaningless, or only a few of them that will actually mean something. And, of course, the game that the Tigers are worried about is the Yankees and the Brewers, depending on what happens tonight. So we will find out. And, of course, tomorrow's game will be decided depending, of course, what happens as well. Red Sox need a pitcher. And coming on to pitch for Boston will be Don Newhouser. 4 wins, 2 losses, 4 saves, a 2.43 ERA. Newhouser will be the second Red Sox pitcher. And leading off for the Tigers will be Al Kaline. And he is 1 for 3 with a single and reached on an error. So tied at 2, bottom of the 7th. Tigers really need to win. Newhouser with the pitch. Newhouser, 3-4 against the righty. It's a blank. Kaline, 5-2. And that's a ground out to second base, picked up there by Griffin. And he will throw to first for the out. 1 down. Here comes Sims. Sims will bat. He is 1 for 3. Newhouser with the pitch. 4-6 against the lefty. It's an out, and it's a ground out to second base. Once again, taken care of by Griffin. Makes a routine throw to first. 2 down. Now the batter is Howard. And let's see. Howard's at first. He's the first baseman. Do we make a change here? Yes, we do. Frank Howard's going to come out of the game, and coming on, because it's now the 7th inning, now I can make some changes here. Coming in to take over at first base and pinch hit for the Tigers will be Norm Cash. A 259 average, 22 homers, 61 RBI. So Cash will now take over at first base. He is a much better player and a better hitter. So Cash will get there. He's a 3.5 and is better in defense. So Norm Cash will take over for Frank Howard here in the bottom of the 7th inning, tied at 2. Newhouser will pitch to him. Newhouser, 6-5 against the lefty. It's an automatic out. And that's a ground out to short. Handled easily there by Aparicio. And he'll throw to first and retire the side. 1, 2, 3. Go the Tigers, still tied at 2 after 7. Top of the 8th. Zachary is tired. They're going to let him pitch. He's the best reliever actually in the Tiger bullpen. Rico Petrocelli will lead off for the Red Sox. He's 1 for 3. Zachary will deal with Petrocelli, tied at 2. Zachary will pitch. Zachary, 1-5 against the righty. Strikeout 1, swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is out number 1. Next batter is Pudge. Pudge is 1 for 3. Zachary, he'll go ahead and pitch. Zachary, 4-6, hit by pitch. 9, nope, that will just miss. Fisk, 1-2 against the righty, base hit. He'll slap that past third, and now we'll lead off the go-ahead runners on base. Fisk is now 2 for 2, 2 for 4, and now here's Dewey. Evans is 0 for 3. Infield is a double play. Fisk had 5 stolen bases, and he's not getting any here. Zachary will go ahead and pitch to Evans. Just wait, we hope we get the Three Rivers for some playoff games. Oh, they'll be coming. Zachary will go ahead and pitch to Evans. Fisk on it first. Zachary, 6-5 against the righty. Strikeout. No way on the 20. Evans, 5-1, and that's flied to right. And Kaline will measure it and get it 2 down. And now here's Griffin. Griffin is 0 for 3. Fisk on it first. Strategy, nothing on the 13. Fisk will go ahead and pitch. Well, Fisk actually won't pitch. He'll be at first base. Damn time change. Zachary, 1-2. Error on a throw. Griffin, 4-4. And that's going to be an infield single. That's an infield single. The question is, and that's hit to shortstop. The question is, does Ed Brinkman still try to get him? His error rating is a 2. That's a 19. The answer is no. It'll be an infield single, and the runners will advance 1. So now the go-ahead runs on second base. We'll see a pinch hitter for Don Newhouser, as the Red Sox will now go to the bench. And let's see, coming on to pinch hit for the Red Sox will be Danny Cater, a .237 average, 8 homers, and 39 RBIs. Danny Cater will go up against Zachary, and that's going to be it for Zachary as well. He is tired, and a fatigue result could bring in a run. That will be it for him. So that will do it for Zachary, and the Tigers will bring out a new pitcher, and I think they'll go with the righty. And I think you save Seelbach. Coming on to pitch for the Tigers is going to be Laren LeGros. No wins, a loss, 2 saves, a 1.32 ERA. LeGros' job, get an out. 2 men down here, top of the 8th, tied at 2. Fisk is on at second, Griffin on at first. Cater now the batter. LeGros will pitch here to Cater. Strategy, nothing on the 16. LeGros sets up. Cater looking for something to hit. And here comes the pitch. LeGros, 6-3 against the righty. It's a blank. Cater, 1-1, and Cater will come through off the bench, and that's going to be smacked into center field, and the Red Sox will take the lead. That'll be a double. Fisk will come around and score. Griffin a base with 2 outs, base runner 3. Double to center, a 0. A 1-3. Griffin will score. He does. A 2-run double by Danny Cater. And the Red Sox take a 4-2 lead. Stadium groans. A big-time double by Danny Cater. The pitcher spot for the Red Sox is 3 for 4 today. 2 singles and now a double, as now the Red Sox have now taken a 4-2 lead. And now the batter is Harper. Harper is 0 for 3 but got hit by a pitch. 4-2 Red Sox as LeGros gives up a big-time double to Cater. And now a chance for the Red Sox to get even more. Strategy rolls are still on. Nothing on the 11. LeGros will pitch. LeGros, 5-3. That is a blank. Harper, 2-3. Base hit right past second base. And that is a single. Will that score Cater? With 2 outs, it will. Cater's base running rating is a 2. He will come around. He will score. 5-2 Red Sox. Stadium groans. Three runs in here in the 8th, and the Red Sox now have a 5-2 lead. And now the batter is Aparicio, and he is 0 for 3 with a walk, and that's it for LeGros. He's done. Tigers have seen enough. He just gave up 3 runs, even though they're really not charged to him, but that doesn't matter. They will yank him. And coming on to pitch for the Tigers now will be Bill Slayback. 5 wins, 6 losses, a 3.20 ERA. Slayback will now come on. And LeGros right now a chance to get the L. So Bill Slayback will now pitch here to Aparicio with 2 outs in the top of the 8th. Strategy rolls are now off. Slayback, 4-4. That's at the park. Tiger Stadium, 1-3. That is a home run to the pull side. Against the righty, Aparicio needs a 3. The 17 is too high, and that is just going to be a fly ball to left instead. And Willie Horton will get to it. He will make the catch and end the inning. 3 runs 4 hits for the Red Sox. They now have a 5-2 lead going in the bottom of the 8th. Remember, even if the Tigers lose here, they can still get in. They can still survive if the Yankees lose in ticker. After further review, with Steve Tower joins us here at Tigers Stadium. No, I'm not going to do that, Sports Time Machine. 10-minute ticker is designed to help me get it. And I don't want to play a Milwaukee Yankees game because the Brewers are out of it. I really want teams that are in it. Bottom of the 8th inning, leading off for the Tigers will be Willie Horton. And he is 1 for 3. Red Sox need a pitcher. 3 righties coming up. And they are going to go ahead with... Coming on to pitch for the Red Sox will be El Diante, Louis Tiant. He's in the bullpen today. 15 wins, 6 losses, 3 saves, a 1.91 ERA. I haven't decided if Tiant is going to be a starter or a reliever. He did relieve more than he did in start. So Tiant's probably going to be a reliever for the Red Sox in the postseason. Because there are other pitchers that had more starts than he did. So here comes El Diante, Louis Tiant, who should be in the Hall of Fame. Horton will bat. He is 1 for 3. I know I almost want to roll that game, but no. Red Sox have a 5-2 lead. Willie Horton will bat against Tiant. Tiant, 5-5. Error on a grounder. Horton, 3-6. That is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to third. The ball is hit to Rico Petrocelli. His error rating is a 6. That's a 19. He's got it. Throws to first. Out number 1. Next batter is Rodriguez. Rodriguez is 0 for 3. Tiant will go ahead and pitch. Tiant, 1-6. That's an out. And it's a ground out to second base. That'll get taken care of there by Griffin. And Griffin will toss it over for out number 2. And now Stanley. Stanley will bat. And he is 0 for 2 with a walk. Tiant coming in here, pitching some pretty good ball right now. A 5-2 lead for the Red Sox. Tiant will pitch. El Diante, 3-4. Strikeout, 16 is high. Stanley, 3-3. And that is a comebacker right back to Tiant. And he's going to take care of that and toss it over and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Tigers. Kind of demoralizing. Red Sox have a 5-2 lead after 8. We go to the top of the 9th. Slayback, he will stay out there. He can pitch to 5 more batters before he tires. Captain Carl Yastrzemski will lead off for the Red Sox. He is 1 for 3, hit a bomb, a walk, and reached on an error. 5-2 Boston. Fans here at Tiger Stadium now watching the scoreboard of the Yankees-Brewers game. We'll find out how that's going on. Slayback, 1-5, that's a blank. Yastrzemski, 4-6, that's a fly ball hit to right. And Al Kaline will go ahead and get there and make the catch for the out. And now here's Smith. Smith is 1 for 4 with a double. Slayback with the deal. Slayback, 3-4. That's at the park. Tiger Stadium, 3-2. That's a blank. We'll have a rare play with bases empty. 24. Second baseman goes into the hole to make the play and hurts arm on the throw. Resolved play is a G4 range play. Well, that's Taylor. His range is a 1. That's going to be a base hit for Smith. It's going to be an infield single, as Smith is going to be safe. And it's just as a G4 range play, it will be a single. Check for injury to second baseman, though. The injury is to Tony Taylor, who's at second. His injury rating is a 3, and he's automatically out of the game. So Tony Taylor will vacate. He will come out of the game. which means Dick McCullough will now take over at second base. Taylor had a better average. That's why I kept him in there. But that'll be it for Tony Taylor as he is out for the rest of the game. It's a game day injury only, not full-time, not until we get to the postseason. So now Dick McCullough will take over at second base for Tony Taylor. So McCullough is now at second base. Smith is safe at first, though. It'll bring up Petrocelli. 1 out. Infield is at double play depth. Strategy rolls are off. Slayback will pitch to Petrocelli. Slayback, 4-6, strikeout 10, and that just missed. Petrocelli, 1-2, power hit to center field. That's an 11. Against the righty, it's going to be a double. Petrocelli's going to hit a double into center field. Smith, base runner 3, double to center 0, 1-3. Smith will score. He does at 6-2 Red Sox. Stadium groans. So Reggie Smith will come in to score an RBI double for Rico Petrocelli, now 6-2. And now the batter is Pudge. Pudge is 2 for 4 with 2 singles here. Petrocelli on at second. Slayback will, he'll pitch. Slayback will go ahead and deal. Slayback, 6-2, strikeout 6, swing and a miss, struck him out. That'll be out number 2, as he does get Pudge. And now the batter is Dewey. Evans is 0 for 4. 6-2 Red Sox. Tigers are now going to have to hope 10-minute ticker goes their way. Slayback will go ahead. He will pitch to Dewey Evans. Slayback, 1-2. That is a blank. He is not tired. Evans, 3-1, and that's hit the center. And that's going to be Stanley getting to that. He'll make the catch and retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits. The Red Sox have a 6-2 lead. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Bottom of the 9th. Louis Tiant can pitch to 2 more batters before he tires. They're going to keep him in there to try to close the game. Ed Brinkman is the leadoff batter, but we may see a pinch hitter for him. Question is, do I have any other shortstops? I don't think I do. I don't think there are any more shortstops. Actually, there is. John Gamble can take his spot. So Brinkman's going to come out of the game. So I will need a shortstop. The Tigers will go to the bench. And coming on to pinch hit is going to be Jim Northrup, a .261 average, 8 homers, and 42 RBIs. So Jim Northrup will pinch hit for Brinkman here. 6-2 Red Sox. The fans here that are left of Tiger Stadium hoping for some magic. Tiant will pitch. Tiant, 3-3. Against the lefty, it's a walk plus 10, and he will walk Northrup. So Northrup draws the base on balls. We'll see a pinch hitter for Slayback now as he comes out. And let's see who the Tigers are going to bring out to bat against him. And boy, the bench is just not that great. But coming on to pinch hit for the pitcher now will be Gates Brown, a .230 average, 10 homers, 31 RBIs. So Northrup on at first. Infield is at double play. Red Sox lead 6-2. Tigers got to try to get it back here in the bottom of the 9th. El Tiante, will be tired after Brown. Tiant, 1-1, walk. 16 is high. Brown, a 6-4. It's a fly ball to center field. And that's going to be Tommy Harper getting to that. He'll make the play for out number 1. Top of the order, The new second baseman, Dick McAuliffe, will bat. 240 average, 8 homers, 30 RBIs. Tiant is tired. He says, I can go, coach. Northrup at first base. 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. Tiant will go ahead and pitch. Tiant, 4-2. That's going to get him out of the game. That's going to be a walk, but the 20 is still too high. McAuliffe, 5-4. It's a fly ball to right field. And that's going to be Reggie Smith getting to that. And that's going to be out number 2. But Tiant says, that's it, I'm done. As that 4-2 is a W with him being tired. And the Red Sox will go to the bullpen to try to get 1 out. Well, McAuliffe is out. And now the last chance for the Tigers is Al Kaline. And they will bring, let's see who they're going to bring in to pitch here. And it's not a save situation. So coming on to pitch for the Red Sox is going to be Bobby Bolin. No wins, a loss, 5 saves, a 2.93 ERA. They're going to leave Spaceman in there. But Al Kaline coming up to bat. 2 men down, bottom of the 9th, 6-2 Red Sox. Northrup on it first. Could this be the last game we see the Tigers? 10-minute ticker could make a big. He was. I understand what you're talking about, Brian B. I get that, but he was more reliever than he was a starter. He had 24 relief appearances, so he's probably going to be a reliever, Brian B. There were too many other starters that had more starts than he did, and that's how I usually go by when it comes to starts. Although I may make an exception. Bolin will go ahead and pitch. Bolin, 4-1, strikeout 1, swing and a miss, strikeout. That's your game. The Red Sox will beat the Tigers tonight, 6-2. Stadium barfs. Yeah. Nothing across except a walk, as the Boston Red Sox will beat the Tigers tonight, 6-2, in a huge game the Tigers needed. And now the fans at Tiger Stadium will be watching the ticker. A nice win for the Red Sox. They do change history in the game. Final line score coming up. For the Red Sox, 6 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors. For the Tigers, 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. The winning pitcher is Don Newhouser. He's going to go ahead and get the win. The loss will go to Laren LeGros. And no save, actually. Although the tying run was in the hole. You know what? I'll give Bolin a save. Why not? And Bolin can have a save. Tiant does get a hold. He didn't allow any runs. So Bobby Bolin will give up a save. I'll give it to him. Why not? And that'll be a victory for the Red Sox. So the Red Sox now put the Tigers 2 games behind the Yankees. What will happen in ticker? It all up to the ticker for the Tigers right now. And that is coming up next. Yes, I know the Tigers did win the division in 1972, but there were a few outliers. My Mets didn't even have a winning record in 72. FastScore was kind of cruel to my Mets this year. They were cruel to my Mets. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. There were only 6 games played today. Only 6 games played. So the Red Sox do beat the Tigers. Only 6 games were played today that actually were played. But, of course, the Yankees did play the Brewers. But let's do the other games first. White Sox at Minnesota. White Sox 9-51. That is 4. Minnesota 22-56. And that is 8. That is a win for the Twins. Phillies and the Cubs. That's meaningless. Cubs have already clinched the 3. Philadelphia 644, and that is 3. Cubs 1666, that's 11, and you kind of feel the Cubs can't wait for the playoffs to start. Yet Mets and the Expos in a doubleheader. Game 1, Mets 662, and that is 5. Expos 516, that is 1. The Mets get 1 game. Mets 1026, that is 3. Expos 562, and that is 5. And the Mets and the Expos will split the twin bill. Now, the Milwaukee Brewers against the New York Yankees. This is going to be a tough game for the Brewers to win. Ken Brett is the starter for the Brewers. Steve Klein is the starter for the Yankees. The Brewers have a 4. The Yankees have a 14. But we've seen a lot of strange roles sometimes. The Tiger fans right now are rooting for Milwaukee. They need the Brewers to win in order for the Tigers to have one more meaningful game. If the Yankees win this game, we will have to choose a game for tomorrow. If the Brewers win this game, we will have the Red Sox and the Tigers again with Louis Tiant against Woody Fryman, even though Tiant did pitch. This is a big roll. Chuck Rawlings, I know, is on the edge of his seat, waiting to see what happens. Ken Brett and the Brewers. Steve Klein and the Yankees. The Tigers have lost. If the Yankees win, the Tigers are out. Will the Tigers survive one more day? Brewers 4-22, and that is 1. Yankees 14-55, that is 6. The Yankees will beat the Brewers. The Detroit Tigers are out. And they will have to wait till next year. The New York Yankees, of course, with that victory, clinch a playoff spot. So both Baltimore and the Yankees do clinch the playoffs. They are in. Now the question is, who will be the 3, 4, and the 5 seed? As the New York Yankees beat the Brewers, the Tigers lost today. The Tigers are done. We still actually have some regular season games to play. I got to decide. We could still play something, although it's going to be a team that's in against a meaningless team. So we'll decide that now. But the Tigers are eliminated as they go to 79-75. The Yankees go to 81-72. That will be enough. The Tigers are out. Now we got to decide for tomorrow. So let's take a look and see what we have. We got Oakland and California. Nah. Baltimore at Cleveland. One of these games could be interesting to play because Baltimore, right now, the Yankees are a half game back of Baltimore for second place. Remember, the 3, 4, and 5 seeds are not decided yet. So that's a possibility. Boston and Detroit, this game now became meaningless. No, because Boston's already clinched the division and Detroit is out. Texas and Kansas City. Kansas City right now is the 4 seed right behind the Orioles. Kansas City needs to get a win, and the Orioles need to lose a couple here for them to get in. White Sox, so let's see here. Baltimore and the Indians is a possibility. Texas, Kansas City is a possibility. White Sox and Minnesota, no. Milwaukee and the Yankees, I'm going to say no. Dodgers and Atlanta, no. None of the National League games. None of the National League games because the National League games are all, the National League is set. The National League is set. So, no, none of the National League games. So, let's go ahead and see. So, we got Baltimore at Cleveland or Texas at Kansas City. The Baltimore-Cleveland games is a doubleheader. The first game's got Doyle Alexander against Dick Tidrow. The second game was Warwick Harrison against Ray Lamb. And you had Mike Paul versus Steve Busby, Texas and Kansas City. No, we're not playing both games. Brian B. here trying to put me in an early grave. Well, let's let the dice decide. I will let the dice decide. The Baltimore Orioles right now have a half-game lead on the Yankees because the Orioles did not play today, and they hold the 3 spot. Orioles try. If they win, if they win both games of doubleheader, I think Baltimore clinches the 3 because Baltimore, Kansas City. Let me see. The Royals, they played 154 games. Baltimore played 154. Baltimore has the tiebreaker on the Royals. If they go to 83 and 71, Kansas City not quite, but let's see what we got here. We're going to let the dice decide. The dice will roll for all 3 games, and we'll first roll to see what is. So we got a good chance of getting a Baltimore-Cleveland game. Let's find out and see what it is, shall we? Baltimore-Cleveland, Alexander against Tidrow. That's a 4. Rorick Harrison and Ray Lamb. That's a 4. And Texas and Kansas City. That's a 4. Okay, fine. So we'll re-roll, do it all again. Baltimore, Cleveland. That's weird. Baltimore. Okay, first game, that's a 5. So now this is a 5. Rorick Harrison and Lamb. That's a 4. And Texas, Kansas City. That's a 5. So Baltimore and Cleveland, that game is out. So now it's going to be between Doyle Alexander and Dick Tidrow or Mike Paul and Steve Budsby, Rangers and Royals. Frank says goes with Tidrow. Well, let's see what we have. I'm still going to keep the dice going here. Although Doyle Alexander versus Dick Tidrow, I think, is better than a Texas-Kansas City game. And what is it? And Brian Patterson says throw the Indians a bone. Kansas City needs to win and go to 80. They're the ones chasing the 3. Baltimore right now is in the 3. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Should we do Baltimore, Cleveland, Doyle Alexander and Dick Tidrow, or Texas and Kansas City, Mike Paul versus Steve Busby? What do you think? Let me see something here. Who's had the least amount of games? The Rangers have only played 3 times. They're 2-1. Cleveland has been played 4 times. They're 1-3. Kansas City, you know what? I actually think I need to do the Kansas City game because the Royals are 2-2, and Baltimore has a 4-2 record. I think I might have to do the Kansas City game because the Royals are 2-2 on the board, and that could be a very possible tiebreaker. Baltimore is 4-2 on the board. Mike Paul is awful. Yeah, I can see that. Oh, decisions. I think the Baltimore-Cleveland game is actually going to be a bit more interesting. Let me take a look at the lineups real quick. Hold on. Timeout. Let me look at the lineups of both games. I haven't looked at the lineups yet. Give me a second here. Let's see. So let's see. Who's in the lineup for Baltimore and Cleveland? The first one. You got Bunbury, Gritch, of course, Johnson, Oates, Chambliss, Duffy. All right. And what about Texas and the Royals? Geez, tough decision. Tough decision. Brian Patterson says, I hate to say it, but Kansas City is more compelling. Well, tell you what, we said the dice was going to decide. We'll let the dice decide. So the black die is Baltimore at Cleveland. The white die is Texas and Kansas City. And it's the white die. So that's Texas and Kansas City. That will be our game. So tomorrow night, we will be at Kansas City Municipal Stadium. The Royals are the number 4 seed. They're trying to get the 3 seed to catch the Orioles. It's an important game tomorrow, at least for Kansas City. We'll do it. The Texas Rangers taking on the Kansas City Royals. Mike Paul will go for the Rangers, and Steve Busby will go for Kansas City. They are the team. They are in the playoffs, but Kansas City wants to get that 3 and avoid the wild card game. What will happen tomorrow night? Texas and Kansas City. Paul and Busby. Be there or be square. Brian B., Brian Patterson, Chuck Rawlings, Frank Rosank, V-Dub Productions, After Further Review with Steve Tower, Phoenix Knight, Sports Time Machine, my name is Mud, John Haverly, Steeler Fan, Doug Hunt, Doug Sessoms, Chuck Rawlings, Al Red Sox Fan, of course, and let's see here, Ryan Sullivan, I didn't say his name, I'm sorry, Doug Sessoms, Jimmy Jam, and of course, Jeremy Brooks and David Vega. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Boston Red Sox eliminate the Detroit Tigers. They are out. We have our 5 teams for the American League, but we don't know yet where they'll be. The Red Sox win it tonight, 6-2. We'll see you guys tomorrow.